Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 19th, 2023. Out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropics here, as you can see here in this frame here. We're going to be taking a look at Tropical Storm Tammy in this video as well. This is Tropical Storm Tammy, which is expected to become a hurricane. If you want to go back and check out, I've been talking about this system will become a hurricane, and according to the Hurricane Center, it looked like it will become a hurricane. Right now, it has winds of 60 miles per hour. Continue to gain strength over the tropical Atlantic water with water temperatures in the mid to lower 80s, and that is right temperature for tropical development. All right, the Hurricane Center needs to watch. Well, we're really not watch this one because it's about to merge with a cold front. I think this is the remnants of Sean. A very vigorous system. I would not be surprised this system here maybe try to develop into something as well. Here's another system trying to come off the west coast of Africa. Look like it's trying to get its act together, so we may have to watch these two tropical waves here as well. All right, you can see on the left side of the screen we have Hurricane Norma. This is a little like Major Hurricane Norma. Look like it's a Category 3 or 2 hurricane spinning over the west coast of Mexico, about to continue to the north and then eventually inland over northern Mexico sometime mid to early next week. Supposed to bring some rainfall to North Texas and also in northern Mexico and also into Texas, but I would not be surprised it may be over the weekend of the northwestern Caribbean Sea. Also, we have some showers and storms down across Central America that's going to continue to push on into the Eastern Pacific. This may need to be monitored as well. All right, you can see here across the Canada region here, there's a low pressure system and a trailing cold front extending all the way down into Louisiana. This will continue to push on off to the east, bring some showers and storms to the eastern coast of the United States. We have some severe weather to talk about, maybe for portions of the Carolinas and Georgia coming up on your Friday. All right. If you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing one more time. And let's go ahead and finish this video up, and we're going to get the show on the road here with Tropical Storm Tammy. As you can see here, Tropical Storm Tammy looking better organized this afternoon. Here are the Windward and Leeward Islands here. The system is heading your direction. Here is Barbados right here. You guys will feel the impact. Should be coming up later tonight and on your Friday. Also, even the Windward and Leeward Islands over here as well, you will be affected by the winds and the rain as well as it continues to strengthen as it crosses the area. It's expected to become a Category 1 hurricane as soon as it gets in, maybe close. I'm figuring it may become a hurricane later tonight or early Friday morning before it even gets to the Windward Islands. So you may be dealing with a hurricane of Hurricane Tammy maybe coming up sometime on Friday. I would not be intensifying to a hurricane maybe before it even reaches the Windward Islands and the Leeward Islands coming up tonight or also on your Friday morning. All right. Let's move on to Atlantic. That's where it became. That's where this system. See here's the 2 p.m. advisory. Here's the wind field of Tropical Storm Tammy. showing wind. The yellow here is the wind field. We have tropical storm watches, also tropical storm warnings, also and also I think we got a few hurricane watches also in effect for a portion of the island. Puerto Rico, you may get affected by some of this hurricane as well as it continues to push on off to the to your east. But some of the western side of the storm may affect Puerto Rico as well. I would not be surprised to see this track shift a little bit further back to the west. And then uncertainty up here, I would not be surprised to see this shift back further to the west as well, because I've been looking at some of the model run and it's been kind of turning it back towards the west here. So we're going to have to monitor that very closely, because I would not be surprised this system could make a turn and head towards the southeastern United States, even though the models have been taking it off to the north and east. So if anybody from the Outer Banks of North Carolina to the east coast of Florida may need, and also plus the Bahamas, may need to monitor this situation very closely. But right now, the Hurricane Center models taking it out to sea, but there's some models taking it a little further to the west. So I would not be surprised to see this forecast cone maybe shift back towards the west. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 13.5 north, longitude 56.4 west. Maximum sustained winds right now is 60 miles an hour with higher gusts. I would not be surprised to see some hurricane force wind gusts already occurring with this storm. And also movement is to the west at 14 miles per hour. Right now it's classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. When it gets to 74 to 110 miles per hour, it will become a Category 1 hurricane in the tropical Atlantic. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast models here. You can see here, this is from the hurricane model. You see a good many of them starting to see something. There's a good many starting to turn back to the west. Then, well, most of the models are still showing to the northeast. That's why the National Hurricane Center got it going that way right now. But like I said, I would not be surprised to start seeing some of these models start trending back to the west here. That's what I've been looking at here in the last couple of frames. The further depends on that area of high pressure that's over the tropical Atlantic. If that high happens to push back to the west, and a cold front happens to be, this cold front that's coming in may be delayed a little bit, it may get the system to be shunted a little more to the left. So that's why I would not be surprised. Bermuda, you may be still in the target range of this system, so y'all need to pay close attention to this forecast as well. Alright, I'm going to show you some of the other models, what I've been looking at here as well. This is the GEFS ensembles. The black line here is what pretty much is the main forecast guidance. It takes it back to the west, kind of meanders a little bit, and then it kind of bends it back to the east again. Some of the models have been going west and back that way, so that's when Bermuda somewhere about right in this vicinity here. So that's why I said you guys in Bermuda need to watch this system very closely, because it looks like it may bend back a little further to the west, and it may affect your area as well. Alright, here's another computer model runs. This is some more of them here. That's why I'm kind of optimistic, because you see one of the black line here is the main computer guidance of the GEPES ensembles. 1008 millibar takes it up here. Then it finally bends back to the southwest, and then kind of heads back towards the Bahamas. So that's something we're going to have to monitor real close, because some of the models, like I said, some of them want to take it back to the west. Some wants to take it on out to sea. So, but we're going to have to monitor this very closely and see where Tammy wants to go. This one here is going to be a tricky storm, folks, I think going to be. Alright, let's move on to the intensity guidance real quick. Winds of about 55 knots equal to 60 miles per hour. Alright, it goes all the way up to a Category 1 hurricane. Most of the models do. Some keep it a tropical storm. But anyway, a good many of the models even take it to a Category 2 hurricane. A couple takes it up to a 3, 4, and one even shoots it all the way up to a Category 5. I don't believe that will happen, but anything is possible right now. But anyway, Tammy looks to remain a Category 1 and maybe even a Category 2 hurricane as we continue to roll on forward. Alright, well, that's your tropical update. Continue to monitor this situation. I will be here to continue to monitor it for you, and also continue to stay up to date with my forecast channel. And if anybody in the Leeward Islands, Windward Islands, Puerto Rico, and the British Virgin Islands, even Dominican Republic, y'all welcome to subscribe to my channel, because I try to get the forecast out to y'all as well. So if y'all want to subscribe to me as well, y'all welcome to. Alright, now let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we still got some coastal flood advisories up here, portion of Washington D.C. vicinity and Maryland. We got those gale warnings also in effect for the coastal waters out here to about 69 east of 1,000 fathoms, all the way down to the Carolina coastal areas out to about 31 north to 1,000 fathoms as well in the coastal water area there. Advisory for the Panhandle of Florida, also into the Big Bend area there as well. We got some dense fog advisory for you guys in portion of western Oregon. Still got those heat advisory. Y'all supposed to get into the around 100 degrees in this area here over in California, Arizona, maybe southern Nevada, as well as some heat bills in y'all's area. Would not be surprised to see more heat advisory maybe extended for much of California, maybe southern Nevada, portions of Arizona, and New Mexico as well, as a heat dome kind of sets up in y'all's area as well. Alright, as you can see here, we got some storm, high surf advisory still in effect for the central and northern areas. South side looks okay. We got a winter storm warning for you guys in northern portion of Alaska. Winter weather advisory there as well. Special weather statements also. Some freeze and spray advisories also. And also some gale warning and small craft advisory for Alaska. So y'all got a lot of action going on in your part of the woods. Alright, now let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for today, and we have some severe weather to talk about tomorrow. Alright, you can see we got general thunderstorms up here around the Ohio area, also in the Indiana, all the way down to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, portion of western South Carolina. Also in the southern Louisiana, southern Florida, and the Florida Keys, and also in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, all the way up to the Washington D.C. area, eastern Virginia vicinities as well. But this is just general thunderstorm activity for you guys just for today. Alright, let's move on to your Friday forecast now. That way you get a chance to see where the severe weather is. It's going to be across the Carolinas here, and also, well, South Carolina mainly, and Georgia. Alright, we got general thunderstorms extending all the way up here around the Connecticut, Rhode Island, Connecticut, also in the Boston area as well, all the way down into Virginia to eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, much of Georgia, also down into northern Florida as well. There's that marginal risk for southeast North Carolina up toward the Charlotte area from North Carolina as well. Also, where it was extended, it was for much of South Carolina, and that extended into North Carolina as well, all the way down into eastern Georgia and northern Florida. Alright, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather coming up on your Friday. Tornado probability is less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds. Let's see, damaging wind. Well, let's do the damaging winds first. This includes Jacksonville, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. 5% risk for damaging wind. Also some large hail. This includes Charlotte, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina, and Rock Hill, South Carolina. You are included in a 5% risk for large hail coming up on your Friday. So stay alert for watches, warning, and advisory. Would not be surprised to see some watches and warnings maybe issued for South Carolina. Even a slight risk of severe weather could even be included in portions of the Carolinas and so Georgia. So I would not be surprised at that, but I'll continue to monitor that as well. Alright, here is a look at the drought monitor across much of the United States. Much of the United States is either in a dry to moderate to severe to extreme drought across much of the United States, except portions of the northeastern United States up here. portions of the southeastern area, eastern Carolinas, down in the southern South Carolina, down in Georgia and in Florida. Also, we got some dry conditions up here in, well, normal rainfall over portions of Michigan. Also, over here in portions of the Dakotas, all the way back into portions of Colorado, Wyoming, and also North Texas. And also some over here in portions of California, Nevada, and Utah and Idaho as well. All right, but pretty much the remainder of the area, you are under a moderate drought. Moderate drought stretching down into much of South Carolina. Dry conditions continue to push south. The more the dry weather continues across the Carolinas and don't get much rainfall, I would not be surprised to see over the next couple of weeks, maybe some areas in South Carolina may move up to a severe drought. Also maybe down into Georgia as well, and also maybe further to the west as well. If you can get that if you can get Hurricane Norma to come in over here around Texas, also into Louisiana, that may bring in some rainfall and may kind of put a dent in some of your drought conditions there as well. All right. Well, that's forecast for today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday afternoon, folks. Take care.